what's going on, guys? So I'm gonna give you guys an update on the 335. It's been a minute since I posted a video. So pretty much, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, my fucking turbo blew again. So that's my third precision turbo. I'm not saying anything about precision at this point. You know, you guys can get the opinion out of what keeps happening to me. But I mean, shit happens with turbos. I mean, you know, anything can happen. I just had really bad luck. I was having an issue with my car smoking, so I went ahead and changed my PCV setup just a little bit different. You know, I added some things. I added a VTT vacuum relief valve right there, and also added a check valve to the high side catch can. So now it should be running properly. And the day that I installed these two, like I previously mentioned, my car had a smoking issue, like on D-cell and under load. So I was like, fuck, like, you know, maybe it is my PCV setup that was wrong. So I did kind of have it wrong, because I did talk to a few people, and they did mention that I needed this vacuum relief valve and that check valve on the high side. But then again, there's like millions of fucking possibilities on how to set up the PCV, especially if you have an upgraded valve cover like me. But anyways, that day that I installed this, my turbo started smoking, and I was like, oh, what the hell? So I thought my oil drain had got messed up, so I went ahead and bought a new oil drain. And the day of that I was changing the oil drain, I noticed that like it just had a shit ton of oil here, and I was like, well, I mean, if it's the oil drain, then, you know, why is the oil up here? So I was like, alright. So I just went ahead and took off the whole turbo. And then once I took off the whole turbo, this whole exhaust housing inside was just wet. I'll put a little clip of what I recorded. So I was just like, what the fuck? So yeah, pretty much my 6466 that I had blew the shaft seal, and yeah, so that's my third precision turbo. So this time around, I went ahead and got Pulsar. Pretty sure a lot of you guys are familiar with this company. This shit keeps falling. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are familiar with Pulsar. I ran them before. I had the GTX 3582 and the GTX 3584. They gave me zero issues. I just, you know, I was a precision fanboy. I just always wanted a precision turbo. That's why I kept running them. But now Pulsar, they released a precision copy of the 6466, and they even offer the 6766 now. So for everyone that doesn't know, I did reach out to Pulsar, and they did tell me that you can reuse your precision housings on the Pulsar CHRA. So that's a plus, because I already have the T51R mod on my precision housing, so I don't need to redo that. So if you guys run a 6466 and from precision, and you're looking for a drop-in replacement, this is it. Because look, I already went ahead and installed it to a certain point, because I am getting my compressor housing repowder coated right now. So I'm just waiting for my compressor housing to come in, then I'll put everything together. But yeah, this is a drop-in turbo, so that's a plus. So I'm pretty much making this kind of like an update / review video on the 6466 from Pulsar, because no one really has a video yet on YouTube. So I just decided, you know, to record it. So yeah, this is the current state of the car. Like I said, I do plan on reviewing this turbo, so once I have everything together, then, you know, I'll give you guys some sound clips. And also, just to like I mentioned before, like, this was my third turbo that blew. Both the first two times, I don't want to say it's, you know, to be honest, all three times I don't want to say it's all Precision's fault, you know what I mean? So the first time what happened, I did blow my seal, and that was kind of like, you know, Precision's fault, I guess. So I got it rebuilt from Precision. Then the second time, I don't know how the hell this happened, but I bought some O2 sensors from some NTK O2 sensor from Rock Auto, and the tip, I don't know if you guys ever dealt with the O2 sensor, but the tip that goes inside that reads it, both of them broke off from my manifold and made its way up into the downpipe area right here, into the turbine blades, and then just chewed all that shit up. So I was making no boost, and that was my second turbo already. So now the third one, that's the same one that I mentioned. The third one is the same second turbo, but I got it rebuilt from a local shop in Florida. And then what he did is that he modified the compressor blade right here to a 64 millimeter. So that's how I made it into a 6466 with the journal bearing cartridge, which is a pretty cool mod that I didn't know you could do, but you could. So I was running pretty much a 64 millimeter blade on the 6266 housing. But the thing is that he didn't mention to me the reason why the shaft seal blew is that he put an oversized seal, and the thing is he was saying that like I was going back and forth with him, and he said that like, oh, you needed to run a bigger drain instead of a -10. You're supposed to run a -12 to 14. And I'm just like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that I'm supposed to run that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a psychic. So, you know, long story short, the guy just kept going back and forth with me, and I'm just like, you know, I'm not going to deal with that shit. So that's why I got the Pulsar turbo right here, like I showed you guys. So yeah, anyways, I was planning on getting this turbo regardless. So I guess it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, because now I have a ball bearing turbo. So the previous one is journal bearing. So now I'm really excited to see how it sounds, because since I have the T51R mod, when it starts up, this shit's gonna sound like a jet. So I'm really excited to hear that. So I just can't wait to put the compressor housing on and then hear this thing spin. Hopefully this turbo, like I said, I'm pretty sure that was my smoking issue, because like I said, I did have smoke in my exhaust. You know, it was kind of embarrassing. You know, when you drive a car, I don't have the best 335 in the world, but you know, I have a clean 335. So like, when your 335 is just fucking smoking in the street, you know, it's kind of embarrassing. So I'm glad that I set up the PCV setup properly now. I mean, if you guys are interested, I can make a detailed video, I guess, to show you the PCV setup. I just don't want to throw it in here, but Vargas does offer this whole kit except this and this, which doesn't make sense because they give you a diagram showing that you need this vacuum relief valve and that check valve on the high side, but they don't supply it, which makes no fucking sense. But you know, I'm glad I got it squared away and, you know, have the complete setup now. So hopefully when I crank this bitch up and drive it, you know, it's not smoking anymore, because like I said, it was embarrassing driving it. But yeah, also another problem that I do have with the 335 cosmetically wise, man, I hit something on the highway and I fucked up my lip. That's just sad. But I did reach out to a lot of companies, and a lot of them are out of stock with the V-style lip. So, and I really love this lip because it doesn't sit like as low as other lips, like the GT4 for example. Like, I want to get that lip, but like it's just, bro, it just sits way too damn low. And I'm on bags, and I know I have no excuse, but like, regardless if you have bags or not, like I'm just scared of just cracking that lip instantly. So if I can't get this V-style lip, I'm gonna get the GTS style, which is kind of like the GT4 lip, but like a little less aggressive, but it still looks nice. So yeah, that's pretty much the update with this. And then also I got this on the way finally. So that I know I mentioned in the previous videos that headliner is gonna get redone, and I finally bit the bullet from Basic Performance, which is pretty dope because he sells all the pillars already pre-done for you. So every single pillar you see there, it's already suede black. The only thing that he doesn't supply that you have to do yourself is the actual roof headliner, which is no problem. I plan on doing it with my boys. He also does supply this, the window visor. The windshield visor, sorry, to block the sun. It's already done suede, so that's pretty dope. So I just can't wait to install that. You know, that's literally the end of my interior right there. I think that's all that's missing. I do want to upgrade the speakers eventually, but I'm not. That's like little stuff. I don't know. Also, I wanted to change my wheels. I'm all over the place with this car. Like, I don't know what I want. I get bored really fast. This is the next day. As you can see, I already installed the Pulsar 6466. I haven't really, like, you know, given it a lot of throttle yet because, you know, I want to get my first impression on camera. But so far, just driving it like normally, dude, this, like, the spool is like, I know I already had like the T51R mod and it was loud, but like now it's even more like pronounced and louder. This shit's crazy. Like, when I downshift now, like before, like it wouldn't do it, but now I can hear like the spool when I downshift. And it's just like I don't know, this shit is crazy as fuck. But let's try to find a road that I can do a pull in. right there. I don't know if you guys can hear that wind down. That shit is just crazy. This shit sounds crazy. I can already tell off the bat that it's spooling so much faster since it's a ball bearing. Because before I used to have a journal bearing, but this thing spools pretty nice. I'll do a little pull. Also, a lot of you guys may not know this, but you're probably confused on why my turbo sounds like this already. It's because so Pulsar with their 6466, I reached out to them and then they pretty much told me like this is like a copy of a 6466 from a Precision, so you're able to reuse the Precision housings if you like. So that's pretty much what I did. Like it fit like directly on with my Precision housing, so I didn't have to use their housings at all, because regardless, the housing that they got is a standard one, and you know it doesn't have the T51 and you can't make it sound like this. I'm not sure how it sounds, but I opted out for it and I just got the cartridge of the turbo, so because I was gonna end up reusing my housings regardless. This turbo is louder, man. This shit fucking sounds crazy. If you guys were to see my face, I'm smiling right now. It's just funny. I'm trying to get you guys some good pulls, but Jesus Christ. For those of you guys that follow me and live in California, dude, I'm starting to feel your pain. Because this fucking traffic is not it. Like, it's everywhere now. Like, it's fucking 1 on a Friday. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, also, I don't know how, like, I don't know how people, like, in your state drive, but, like, if you come to Florida, these motherfuckers can't drive for shit. Everybody drives, like, 10 under. They go fucking, some people want to go fucking fast. The other people want to go slow as hell. Other people just turn without even looking. Like, it's ridiculous, man. But yeah, guys, let's see if I can get a little pull right now. As far as I know it's kind of random, but I know a lot of you guys like to ask me, you know, how I'm doing and stuff. As far as everything, you know, I'm doing pretty good. Like I mentioned before, there is stuff coming for the car that I'm gonna install and I need to put on, so it's gonna change the look, like not drastically, but a little bit. It's gonna look really clean, the things that I'm doing. Like, you guys are gonna like it. But let me try to see if I can do a pull right here. Guys, I was on 20 psi. Like that felt fucking crazy. Like it was like the turbo. Like I mean, it's a big turbo, so it's gonna take a little bit, but like it just feels nice. Like I like this turbo a lot. But I don't like early in the video. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that my car was like having smoking issues. As of yet, I haven't. So well, I need somebody to drive behind me. But as of yet, I don't really see any smoke or like, you know, I don't smell anything. Because before, when I would go to like a stoplight and like take off, it'll just have like that nasty oil smell. And like before, I used to have like a straight E85 smell, and that's what I wanted. But like before putting the vacuum relief valve and the check valve, I was just having like a nasty oil smell, like I said. So hopefully it fixes it. I'm gonna have like either my girl or just someone drive behind me to make sure that my car is not smoking anymore. But I really hope it fixed the issue, man. I love this turbo so far. I have no complaints over it. You know, it's holding boost fine. Everything spools up really fast. Overall, I recommend it, especially for the price, because a 6466 for Precision, it's like $2,400, and this is like literally like $900, not even $800. And for the cartridge, it's $700. So for those guys that have Precisions, you know, if you want to upgrade it, or you know, you blew your turbo like me, then I'll recommend it. I'm not sponsored by Pulsar, so I'm not, you know, trying to like promote anything like that. But I mean, I'm just real about shit, and like, you know, I like to give a good, honest review of the product, you know, so others, like, you know, if they watch this video, they'll be like, okay, you know, it's worth it. But overall, I recommend it. It holds boost fine and everything, like there's no issues. But I still need to do the walk around video, the updated one for the car. So that's coming soon. And also I want to do a ride along video. That would be a fun ass video to do. But there are some changes coming to the car. Like I said, just stay tuned. It's some little aesthetic mods that I'm doing, so it's gonna look a little different than what it is now, which I know is kind of crazy to say because a lot of people like how it looks. But as always, I appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for more videos.
Got the cops now, call the ops.